Assalamualaikum to Mr. Sharofi. We are from Group 8. We'll be presenting about the assignment. So my name is Nur Aina Safa binti Sawari and my metric number is 278461.
My name is Nurul Hanani binti Muhammad. My metric number is 29770.
My name is Mirza Hazira binti Muhtar. My metric number is 28202.
My name is Wan Azan Hayani binti Wan Muhammad Azan. My metric number is 280654.
And my name is Kayunisa Farha binti Rizwan and my metric number is 297874.
Alright, so firstly we will be discussing about the part A. So for our assignment, we have to do a group project. Okay, and then given in this assignment is part A. So and then she also have the adjusted trial balance as of 31st December.
So what will we going to do?
So for this assignment, we have to do statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income, statement of changes in owner's equity, and statement of financial position. Let me share the screen.
For part A, we will doing a statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income for Zal Enterprise. In order to prepare the statement of profit or loss, we need to calculate the net sales. So, Nisa, how to find the net sales?
Okay, to find the net sales, we from gross sale, we need to deduct from the sales return and allowance and also sale discount. So then we will get the net sales.
For net sale, we get 993,000
Yes.
and for
For
475.
yes.
How about others for how to calculate for net income?
So for the net income, we will take gross profit 500.
Yes. And calculate all the expenses. Okay, the expenses.
Minus all the expenses, and then we will get
Net income.
which is 59,569 ringgit.
Yes.
Yeah, true.
Right. Next, we will prepare the statement of changes in equity. So, how about Hanani? How to prepare this statement?
Okay, for the change in equity, we take the capital of 1 January, which is 608,000, and deduct with the net income and the withdrawal, and we get the 816,069 ringgit.
Oh, right.
For Zalzala Capital.
Alright, next we will be preparing the statement of financial position as at 31st December. So, Nisa, how we want to prepare this statement of financial position?
Okay, for this statement of financial position, we will count from the current and from the assets. For the current assets, we get 1,189,538 ringgit, and for the non-current assets, we get 446,028 ringgit. So the total asset from the current and non-current assets, we get 1,605,566 ringgit.
Question, we will preparing the cash account. So first, we read the additional information. Alright, for first question, Zazala Rashid made a total cash withdrawal of 27,500 in 2023. So, Azian, how to record this figure?
For number one, we need to record the withdrawal in the cash flow from financing activities, but we must deduct the withdrawal. So number two, how about Miza? Can you explain?
So I think for the number 2, Zal Enterprise received cash for 10,000 ringgit from the disposal of the old van. I think for this transaction, we need to add the disposal of old van in the investing activities. So for number 3, what about you, Nani?
Okay, for the third additional information, Zazala Rashid invested additional cash of 150,000 to increase her stake in Zal Enterprise. So the cash account, we get cash flow from financial activities, which is Zalzalah Rashid and additional capital, we get 150,000 ringgit. So, Nisa, how you get the additional information for the next question?
Okay, for the fourth additional information, Zal Enterprise bought land for future operational expansion by paying 180,000 in cash. So, at the cash flow, will affect to cash flow from investing activities, which is disposal of all van will deduct from the purchase of land that mentioned before, 180,000. So, will we get the net cash flow from investing activities, negative 117,000 ringgit. So next, Aina, how to solve the additional information for number 5.
Alright, for number 5, the total cash receipts and disbursement from the business operation were 350,000 and 255,000 respectively. So to record this figure, we have to record it under cash flow from operating activities. Firstly, we record the cash receipts totaling 315,000 and we deduct with cash disbursement, which is 255,000. And then we will get the net cash flow from operating activities, which is 60,000. So how you guys preparing the full statement of cash flow?
Firstly, we need to calculate from the cash flow from operating activities, and then we will get the net cash flow from operating activities, which is 60,000. And then from that, we will deduct from the net cash flow from investing activities, 170,000. And then last, together with the cash flow from financing activities, which is 122,500 ringgit. And then we will get the net increasing during the year, which is 12,500 ringgit. Miza, may I know how we get the cash on the 1st January?
For the cash on 1st January, we can see from the additional information.
Oh, that has been
Okay,
stated.
it already been mentioned that for the 1st January, there are cash and cash equivalents for 554,500 ringgit.
Alright. So from the cash 1st January, we will plus together with the net increasing during the year to get the cash on 31st December 2023. Okay. So this figure of 567,000 must be the same with the cash account in statement of financial position. So that's it.
Alright. For the next part, which is part B, I will read the question first. Other information erroneously omitted surfaced after completing the financial statement in part A, which requires the passing of adjusting entries. So, explain the impact of the omission under reference on the element of the accounting equation of the enterprise, especially the net income. For the first question, depreciation of office equipment and delivery van for the sum of 35,000. Firstly, we need to debit depreciation expenses for office equipment amounting to 35,000, and then we have to credit the accumulated depreciation for office equipment for the same amount, which is 35,000. When we record the depreciation expense, it will decrease in the net income.
Sorry for interrupt, means that depreciation expenses, it's included together with delivery van, right?
Yes, we just make it simple.
Okay, so what will be the impact of net income?
The net income will be decreased because we record the expenses,
Okay.
depreciation expense.
So it means that asset is increased, owner, the change of equity owner also increased, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Net, how we going to record for unpaid salaries? First, we must debit salaries expense. Second, we must credit the salaries payable. When we record debit in salaries expense, so there is increase in expense by 20,000. When we credit salaries payable, means that there is increase in liability by 20,000. So the unpaid salaries expense that we need to recognize so that the net income will be decreased.
Okay, for C, the available balance of office supplies in hand was 300. So I think we need to debit the office supplies in hand for 300 and then credit with the office supply expense 300. Does anyone agree with this recording?
Yeah.
I think there is some mistake
Yes, I
there. as office supplies expenses should be at debit for amount 3,700 because from 4,000 we need to deduct of 300 ringgit because at the end of accounting period is only 300 left. Yeah.
I understand.
Okay.
Thank you for the correcting.
Okay.
So as the expense increase, I think the net income will be decreased as we need to deduct from the income.
Right.
Okay.
And then for the office supplies in hand, it is asset. So gives the amount in the asset.
For the a total of 7,800 of the unearned revenue was realized. So will we debited the cash at amount 7,800 and then we will be credited the unearned revenue at 7,800. So by recognizing unearned revenue increasing, it will increasing our net income. Okay, and then it will increase also our asset in cash and then increase our liability of unearned revenue. So that's it.
Next, for the income of 40,500 ringgit, insurance has already expired. So the insurance expense, we have to debit 40,500 ringgit. And for prepaid insurance, we have to credit with amount 40,500 ringgit.
So the impact of net income, it will decrease or reduce the net income?
The impact, increase in expense and decrease in asset. Rising insurance expenses, which is reducing the enterprise net income.
Okay.
So for the next is F. The billing department forgot to send invoice to a customer for a total sum of 4,400 ringgit. So for the account receivable, we have to debit with amount 24,400 ringgit, and for the sales, we have to credit with amount 4,400 ringgit.
So which account will increase? Which is asset or revenue?
Okay, the both increase, the transaction increase both account asset and revenue. The result is increasing net income to the business account. Next, how you get for the G?
Okay, interest revenue of 15,800 was not recorded. So what we have to do is we have to debit the cash with 15,800 and credit the interest revenue 15,800 ringgit. When we record this transaction, the net income will be increased because we recognize the revenue.
Okay. Got it.
So how about the last question?
Question is, suppliers invoices amounting to 135,000 were misplaced and only recently discovered. So I think for this transaction, we need to debit the merchandise inventory with the 135,000 and credited with the account payable.
So what will be the impact towards the net income?
Okay, based on this, as the merchandise is asset and the payable is liability, it will increase in both account, which is liabilities and upper asset. But for the net income, I think there are no impact on the net income as both the account is not revenue or expenses.
What others? Do you guys understand?
Yes, we got it.
Yes.
So for the last part, which is part C. So Nisa, how you want to advise Zalzala for this matter?
Okay, the advice for Zalzala Rashid is to optimize Zal Enterprise inventory level. She needs to ensure ideal inventory levels by implementing in just-in-time, which is JIT system, which minimize holding costs and prevents both excess inventory and stock shortage. This means more cash is available for additional essential components of the company, which could include paying off debt, growth investment, or capitalizing on opportunities. Also, this is to ensure that Zalzala Rashid business maintains an inventory level that is sufficient to meet customer demand while adhering to the agreed credit term. Plus, by adhering to credit term, Zalzala Rashid company can better manage its account receivable. So that's it for our first advice.
For the second, how ASEAN advice for Zalzala Rashid?
For me, I think the advice for Zalzala Rashid in shipping terms is he can approach the concept of cost-effective shipping strategies. which means Zala Rashid may apply such as FOB, free on board destination, in which his company Zal Enterprise has the responsibility for the inventory until the goods are delivered to the customer. So when Zala Enterprise implementing the cost-effective shipping strategy that can wide-ranging impact on companies, so it may reduce cost, strengthen the credit management and account receivable collection, streamline inventory management, and eventually contribute to higher sales and revenue.
So, I think we have come to the end of our discussion. I think that's it for today. Thank you everyone and have a nice day. See you guys. Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank